Hey CAF members, Saul Brown here, FSI in the National Capital Region. Before we start today's virtual workout, please read this full disclaimer. Here's a list of equipment that you're going to need for the 45-minute workout today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Let's get started. Today is going to be a lower body workout and I'm super excited. Grab your kettlebell or your band if you have one, and we're going to get started. Let's start off with some jumping jacks, okay? We're going to start off with a minute of each of these movements that I'm going to be talking about. So we're going to start in about 5 seconds with some jumping jacks. Let's go. As you can see, I'm trying to touch my fingertips together on top. I'm spreading my feet both at the same time. I'm not going out to the side, although this is an option for those of you who don't want impact on your knees, okay? My arms are going up and down straight, but again, if you need to, hands together in front of you, and then just lateral raise for your shoulders. 30 more seconds, team. Stand tall, okay? Try not to be hunching over with your jumping jacks. Open. All right, we're gonna get into some arm circles now. Let's start swinging those arms forward, okay? Palms facing out the whole time. Palms facing out the whole time. Okay? I'm going like medium size here. And let's go a little bit smaller and a little bit faster, keeping the arms going forward, palms facing out. A little bit smaller and a little bit faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms in now, and let's go backwards. You're going to feel that stretch. Hopefully you were feeling it in your front of your forearms. Now you're going to feel in the top of your forearms with the palms facing down. We'll start small circles. Okay? And we'll get a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. And as big as one can. All right, let's get into some hamstring scoops now. Okay, so I'm going to put my heel on the floor. I'm going to reach down my leg and sweep forward. Okay, reach down my leg, sweep forward. Again, reach down, sweep forward. One more time in this direction and sweep forward. My back leg, the weight is in my heel. My front foot, my weight is in my heel. The little weight that I am putting on my front leg. Okay, I'm going at a moderate pace. If you want to go a little bit faster, that's okay. I'm going to be doing today's workout in a moderate pace, I'm sorry. Good thing I drank a coffee. Imagine if I hadn't. All right, so I'm scooping down my leg and forward. We got to wake up those hamstrings because we're going to be doing some Sumo Deadlifts today. Forward, 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 forward. Just like that. Okay, 3 in one direction, 3 in the other direction. All right, good. Let's do some prayer squats now. So, hands start in a prayer position. We're going to get down, feet under the hips or the shoulders. We're going to get down, elbows inside the knees. Push those knees outwards. Then I want you to grab your toes, straighten your legs, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, again, deep breath. Bring your hands into prayer position, down into that squat. Get nice and low, get the elbows inside the knees, hands on the toes, straighten your lower body, and roll up with your upper body. I'm going to go one more time. I suggest you join me because that's our warm-up. We're going to be doing that. Standing tall with the legs and rolling up with the upper body. And that is all for now. All right, exit. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do, team, is we're gonna do an 8-minute EMOM, okay? EMOM stands for every minute on the minute, and we're gonna be doing tempo sumo deadlifts. So allow me to demonstrate the tempo sumo deadlifts. Tempo means that we wanna count for a certain interval as we extend the legs, and then as we come back towards the floor, we want to count a certain tempo as well. Now, a sumo deadlift is a lot like a conventional deadlift, but a conventional deadlift, you have your feet very close, and then you're, again, keeping the bar or the dumbbell or the kettlebell close to you, very similar to what we're doing today. Today, we're gonna go wider with the feet, toes pointed slightly out. We're gonna hinge those hips, and we're simply going to have a wider stance. I'm gonna keep my kettlebell in the center today, and then we're going to extend the hips, 3 count on the way up, and 3 count on the way down. Notice my hips hinging as opposed to trying to get down there and bending the back. Okay, you gotta send those hips back before performing this exercise. I'm gonna talk about other things that you should be keeping an eye on as soon as we start this EMOM. All right, so as promised, we've got these tempo sumo deadlifts. We're gonna count 3 on the way up as we extend the hips, and as we hinge the hips, we'll count 3 on the way down. Starting in 10 seconds, team, I'm going to give 2 options, one with the kettlebell, one with the band. 2, 1, wide feet, toes pointed slightly out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that butt at the top hinge, and we lower back down. And again, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And now I've got my last one. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. And I'm done. Now, something that you can do if you have a band, then you can put the band on the floor. You can put your feet under one piece of the band. Grab the bottom part, and then you can simply perform this movement in a sumo stance, extending the hips and hinging the hips, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, fully extend. 3, 2, 1. Knees out over the toes. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. We got 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And last 2, 3. Squeeze that butt at the top. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Now, if you want to put the band and kettlebell together, I will demonstrate. Okay, so I've got my band around my neck and under my feet. I'm now going to grab the kettlebell and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. This could be a dumbbell. 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 1. Just like that. Okay? You can try anything in between, having the band, having the kettlebell, having the band and kettlebell put together. The main thing, though, that I want us to focus on is keeping a neutral spine. Squeeze your back, don't arch, and don't round your back. Push, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, let's do this. This is the 4th minute. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Notice my breathing. And done. Okay? Hinging those hips before we do anything. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then extending. Okay, I'm going to grab my band again. I'll do it sideways this time. We're halfway through officially, everyone. Let's do this. Focus on keeping that back straight. Squeeze those glutes at the top as you extend your hips. And done. So 6, then you just get to rest. 6 per minute. All right, next minute, going back to my kettlebell. If you're a fan of doing the band and the kettlebell together, great. This time, I want you to focus on keeping your lats. That's right behind your armpit. Keep those lats engaged while you're lifting, okay? It's all part of keeping a tight core here. Breathe out as you exert. Keep those shoulders above your hips. I know you may feel like just folding forward like this. Don't do it, okay? Keep a nice straight back. Keep your shoulders above your hips as you're doing this movement. And nice and slow. Count to 3 on the way up. Count to 3 on the way down. If you're following me, just follow my pace. And done. All right, I'm back to the band for minute number 7. Whoops. Gotta grab the underneath. Here we go. Keep those lats engaged. Squeeze that butt as you get to the top. Extend your hips. And then hinge your hips, shoulders above the hips. Nice neutral spine, tight core. Squeeze your belly as you do the movement because it's going to tighten up the entire ab belt for you, okay? We're going to go on to our 8th minute, which is going to be our last. If you want to hit this workout again, let's say maybe you were feeling a bit uncomfortable with the move, you hit this workout again another time, and then you're going to improve your technique, okay? Hinging those hips. Squeeze that abdomen. It's going to keep a nice neutral spine. There we go. Making sure that you're breathing. Inhale, brace yourself, and then execute the movement. Nice work. If you're just finishing up your last couple reps right now, go ahead and do that. Like I said, you can go faster or slower than my pace. All right, we've got 5 seconds left, and then I'm going to explain the next part of the workout. All right, team. I'm going to move. Actually, no, I'm going to keep this right here. All right, next part of the workout. is going to be an AMRAP. Okay, an AMRAP stands for as many reps as possible. You can also think of it as many rounds as possible. Okay, now what I mean by this is we're going to be doing 3 movements. We're going to be doing 8 reps, 8 repetitions of each movement. Once you're finished all 3 movements, 8 repetitions each, you go back to the first movement, and that will count as 1 round. Then you get as many times as you get through those 3 movements, that will be your score. So let's say I get through all 3 movements 8 times. That means that I got 8 rounds. Okay, if you can still, like, let's say there's still a couple seconds left on the clock and you want to pump out a couple more, the first one's going to be a jump squat, a couple more jump squats, then do that, and then it'll be like 8 rounds plus however many jump squats you got. All right, so now that you know what AMRAP means, we're going to do 3 AMRAPs, 3 workouts that are going to require you to move at a moderate pace to get as many rounds or reps as possible using proper form. Okay, the first 4-minute AMRAP is going to be jump squats, sumo deadlift with a high pull, and then sit-ups. We're going to do 8 reps of each movement. Okay, so a jump squat, we're going to hinge our hips. We're going to send our hips down. Once our hips break the 90-degree plane, then we're going to jump. You don't have to jump and touch the ceiling or anything like that. I just want your feet to leave the floor, okay? So again, jump squat from the front. As soon as your hips break that 90-degree plane, once your knees go below 90 degrees, boom, or level with 90 degrees, you jump, okay? Once you've done 8 of those, we're gonna do a sumo deadlift, which is what we were just doing, and then a high pull. So hinging those hips, keeping the shoulders above the hips, engaging that core. Once you extend your hips, then you're going to pull the kettlebell up to your chin. Don't hit yourself in the chin by shrugging and reaching your elbows high and outside. Okay? Sumo deadlift plus a high pull. Focus on the hip hinge and not so much on bending the knees because you just did a bunch of squats. The last move is going to be sit-ups. So, knees are bent. Feet can be outside the hips if you need to, or in line with the hips. Hands are above your head, and you're going to reach forward, touch the ground in front of you, and then back overhead. Once you've completed 8 reps, then you move back to the jump squats. Modifications for these. Feet together in a butterfly position might make it a little bit easier because you have the weight of your legs. And then if you're still having trouble with that one, keeping your legs completely straight in the sit-ups can definitely help. All right, so those are the 3 types of sit-ups you can do if you're doing it with a band. Sumo deadlift, high pull. Sumo deadlift, high pull. Simple as that. If you're doing these movements with body weight, jump squats is a body weight move. Sit-ups is a body weight move. The one that I'm going to get you to do for sumo deadlift high pull is going to be jumping good morning. So you're going to keep your feet about shoulder width apart, send your hips back. Once you're at the bottom, aka when your back is parallel to the floor just about, you're going to extend your hips and jump. So you should feel that in your glutes and in your hamstrings, as opposed to you're going to feel it in your hip flexors and quads when you're doing those jump squats. Let's get started, team. 10 seconds, we're going to get started. Here we go, I'm excited. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jump squats. 1. Keep your weight in your heels on these squat jumps. Hey, that's 8 for me. Sumo deadlift, high pull. Eight of those, and then we go to 8 sit-ups. I like the butterfly version. push your lower back into the floor while you're doing this, team. It's gonna help engage your abs. Once you've done 8 of those, then we're back to the jump squat. So 8, 8, and 8. 8 repetitions of each move. Sumo deadlift high pull. Again, focus on sending your hips back and then extending your hips. Elbows go high and outside. Back to the sit-ups. I'm gonna do my knee bent sit-ups here. Okay, we're almost halfway, team. Drive that back into the floor, the low back, and those heels. Once you've done 8, we're back to the start. Again, hinge those hips, weight in the heels. Once you've done 8, then we're on to the sumo deadlift high pulls. Not this way. This is not how we prepare for a deadlift. Straight back, hinge those hips, squeeze that core, engage those lats. Keep your chest over the object for as much as possible. Sending your hips back, boom. What should you feel in this exercise? Hamstrings, glutes, definitely. Back to my sit-ups. Got a minute and 15 left, team, let's go. We have 1 minute left, team. If you can squeeze out one more round, or maybe even a round and a half, then do it. I'm using my arms for counterbalance. Sending my hips back. Shoulders above the hips. Engage those lats. And I've got 24 seconds to do my last set of sit-ups, maybe even more. Five seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Nice work, team. Okay, you have 1 minute rest while I explain the next AMRAP. The next AMRAP is now going to be a split jump. So a split jump is simply jumping lunges. So instead of doing a squat, we're now going to use a unilateral movement where the weight is in the front heel and the back toes. Then you can jump, stop in the middle, and then switch sides, or you can simply switch and land immediately on the other side. That is a body weight movement. Russian style kettlebell swing. So Russian kettlebell swings, you come up to eye level and then you come back down. So watch here. Holding the kettlebell, feet are a little bit wider than the hips. Okay, holding the kettlebell between the legs. I'm hinging my hips. I am not using my arms to swing. I'm simply swinging it back. This is why it's called a kettlebell swing, keeping my arms completely straight and swinging, using the extension of my hips, the kettlebell away from my body. You want to keep your arms relaxed, but your hands tight. That way, your arms are simply acting as a tether between the kettlebell and your body, okay? Hinging the hips and sending it forward, this way. Okay? Now, if you're using body weight, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to do a single leg Romanian deadlift with a knee drive. So watch here. You're going to send your hips back, hinge your hips before you lift that leg off the floor. You're going to reach back, with your heel. And so once your leg and back are parallel with the floor, then you're gonna stand up. You don't necessarily need to touch the floor. Drive your knee up. Do 4 per side. Whoops. Boom, just like that. Okay, 4 per side. Again, parallel. You don't have to go further than parallel. You're gonna feel that in your glutes and hamstrings. And then the last movement is gonna be sit-ups again, but you can change it up this time. So either butterfly sit-ups, challenge yourself with leg straight sit-ups, or challenge yourself with the knees bent standard sit-ups. All right, so split jump. Russian style kettlebell swings where you're just coming up to your eye level and down, and then lastly, some sit-ups. All right, team, let's do this. That was a bit more than a minute of rest. You're welcome. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Split jumps for 8. I'm starting with a pause in the middle. And I'm counterbalancing with my opposite arm. I'm done my 8, so now I'm going to focus on my kettlebell swing. Slight bend in the knees, but don't focus on bending your knees. You're already doing enough lunges and squats. And I'm breathing. If you're using a dumbbell, just put 2 hands on that dumbbell and swing it, just like I'm doing. Keeping my back straight, keeping my core tight, and swinging. Okay, now I'm down to my sit-ups 8 times. 8 reps each. Push that lower back into the floor. When you think AMRAP, I want you to think as many reps as possible with good form. I don't want you to break your form in order to get more reps. Okay? It's quality over quantity. Then you take that quantity at the end and you try to improve it by doing the move faster with good form next time. Retesting workouts is so important. Focus on the up and down in the split jumps. Okay? Don't focus on the forward and back. Okay? Because it's going to throw you off balance, and bringing your knee out over your foot is going to bring your heel off the ground. Chain reactions, guys. Split, down, up, split, down, up. The knee does not go further than your midfoot, okay? Ideally, you want your shin to be parallel with the wall in front of you. That's enough of me talking. Let's keep going. I know you guys are ahead of me by at least a round by now. There we go. I got my 8 Russian style, eye level kettlebell swings. Let's do this. What am I doing next? Oh, sit-ups. Split jumps, kettlebell swings, sit-ups, and then continue on that track. Pushing that lower back into the floor. If your heels are on the floor, pushing those heels into the floor. We're more than halfway, team. We've got 1 minute and 20 left. Push the pace a little bit here, okay? Split jumps for 8 for me. Using your opposite arm to counterbalance. Okay, you can stop in the middle like I did. You can even step. Okay, you don't necessarily have to jump. The jump is going to give you a little bit more power, a little bit more lower body endurance. That's 8 kettlebell swings for me. And now I'm down on my back. We got 35 seconds left, team. Let's go. Touch the floor above you. Touch the floor in front of you. Okay, I think I got time for a little bit more. Can I do 8 more kettlebell swings? We'll see. Good form. I got 5 kettlebell swings. So my score would be 5 kettlebell swings plus 8 jumping lunges. That's 13. So mine would be, how many rounds did I get? 3 rounds plus 13. All right? Or 12, whatever the number was that I gave you, 13. Okay, last AMRAP that we're gonna do, because we have 3 AMRAPs to do. As many reps as possible with good form. Jumping good morning is gonna be the body weight movement here for jumping. So you've done this already. Hands behind your head, hands behind your ears, sending your hips backwards. Slight bend in the knees, but not much. From here, extending the hips and jumping. Extending the hips and jumping. For your kettlebell swing, instead of doing a Russian style swing, you're going to do an American style swing where we're going to actually, as we're swinging the weight up, punch it overhead. Please do this safely. What should happen is the kettlebell should line up, the handle should line up with the middle of the bell. That way you can punch overhead without letting the kettlebell flip back onto your wrist like so, okay? I want you to make sure you're swinging and then getting it overhead and then allowing it to fall. It should be minimal effort from your upper body, okay? But we do want to try and get it overhead. Engage your lats right here under your armpits and then let it fall again. Hips go back and then that's how you launch it forward. But don't get carried away and let it fall back. Engage your core and then stop it from going too far, okay? So again, another demonstration. I'm engaging my lats and my core to make sure it doesn't flip behind me. Okay, safety first, fashion second. All right, the next one, the body weight version for that one is gonna be a touch and jump. A touch and jump, so check this out. My feet can be in sumo stance if you want. One hand off to the side for counterbalance, the other hand in the middle. Touch, jump, touch, jump, touch, jump, touch, jump, just like that, okay? So the arm that touches swings forward, just like your kettlebell swing, and then when you land, the other arm will come through, up, and up, and up. You guys got it. And then, of course, 8 sit-ups. All right, here we go, team. 8, 8, and 8. Another run through, jumping good mornings, American kettlebell swings, and then sit-ups. We got 4 minutes to go in the workout, then we'll do a couple stretches, and I will let you be for the day. All right, here we go, jumping good mornings. 1, go, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good about this workout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I find counting in my head to be a bit tough sometimes. I like counting out loud, as you can see. Sit-ups, 8 times. Okay, let's try and squeeze 4 rounds in here, okay? 4 rounds, we'll try. Send those hips back. Don't focus on the knees bending. Okay? American kettlebell swings. Eight of those, and then we'll go down to sit-ups. Push that lower back into the floor, okay? If you have your legs straight like this, still push that lower back into the floor. See, I was talking, I wasn't counting, so I lost count. So I think I may have done 10 there. Oh well. Hands behind the ears, let's go. Jumping good mornings. There we go. 8 American kettlebell swings. And now I'm down for some sit-ups. Gotta crunch those abs. Eight, and I'm back up. Whew. Come on, this is my 4th round. Hopefully, you're somewhere in or around your 4th round right now. If not, that's okay. Something to aim for next time. Don't use your knee bend or your arms. Use the hinging of your hips. There we go. Sit-ups. Digging my heels into the floor, pushing my low back into the floor. "20 seconds left. Let's go, team. Extend and jump. Push those hips back. Oh yeah. How much we got? Come on now. Oh, I got 4 kettlebell swings. You do the math. I got 4 plus 4 kettlebell swings and 8, so that would make 12. So I did get 12 reps of my 5th round, but I did not complete my 5th round. All right, team, thank you so much for being with me. You guys rock. Take a deep breath. Okay, again. All right, we worked a lot. The legs today. Hip flexors, glutes, hamstrings. So I want us to get down into a half kneeling position. Put the top of your back foot on the floor. Okay, I want that front foot to be a little bit further than your knee so that now you can push your hips forward and get that knee out over your foot. That felt good, didn't it? Okay, I want to make sure that your posture is tall. That way you're feeling the maximum amount of stretch in your hip flexor. Let's work the hamstrings now. Get back onto that heel. Sit down on your back foot and lean over your front foot. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hamstring, the back of your upper leg. Coming forward and switching sides now. Again, foot a little bit further out from the knee, hips going forward. And now, sit back. Hamstring stretch. Oh yeah, I'm sweating. I'm dripping sweat. I hope you guys are too at home. Nice work. Back to the front. Okay, everyone, now we're going to go back to the other side, but instead of doing a half kneeling position, we're going to get into that half kneeling position and we're going to let our front knee fall out to the side into a pigeon stretch. So I may, see how I'm inching my foot over to the side a little bit because I lack a little bit of mobility in this area, okay? And I'm feeling a stretch in my glute, in my butt on the left side because that's the leg that's in front. My hands are in front, and now I'm going to try and get my elbows down in front, but if you can't do that, simply reach your arms forward and then drive your elbows down, even if you don't get all the way down to your elbows. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Feel free to stay in the stretch if you need to. I'm switching legs now, so again, half kneeling position. Maybe move my foot in a little bit, get down to my hands, and I'm down into this half pigeon stretch. I'm sitting nice and low, walking my hands forward, and then driving my elbows to the floor. Even if it's not possible for you right now, I want you to feel that glute stretch. That's the important part, feeling the stretch. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a pat on the back or a round of applause. Awesome job. Don't forget to visit calfconnection.ca/NCR for more content. We've got mobility. We've got 15-minute workouts as well as 45 in both official languages. So if you want to see any more content, then check us out. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything that's upcoming. Thank you again for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.